wanna do a podcast? We make a darn good team. It always goes without a hitch. Let's head to Twitch and go start up the stream. Do you wanna do a podcast? It's the Nerd Glasses Podcast. Let's start now. Hi everyone and welcome to the Nerd Glasses Podcast. Come?
Alright, I'll do my own bit for myself.
Oh wait, no silence.
We're doing it. Get off the road.
Hey Dave. Hey Boater. Big Bird was walking down Sesame Street carrying a trash can. Elmo goes up to him and says, "Oh, so the awards didn't go well?" And Big Bird says, "What do you mean? I got an Oscar."
I'm gonna go.
No, Dave, we have a whole award show to do. Welcome, everybody, to the Nerd Glasses Podcast. I'm Boater.
I'm Dave Mann.
And today, among other such fun stuff, we are going to be presenting the Nerdies. Okay. Sorry, when we see the tech guy run in, we always go, "Oh no, what did I do wrong?" It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got an awesome show lined up. We've got some great like actual good content as well as some really good gags.
We're very excited to be presenting the first ever Nerdies Awards, as we talked about 2 weeks ago. Just to think, in 2 weeks, two fat, out of shape,
holiday
positive word nerds were able to throw together an award show that rivals that of AAA companies. That's right. Suck it, Nintendo.
Yes. Suck it, Nintendo is totally something I'm confident in saying. Before we get into awards and such, we do want to do our usual housekeeping, some of our normal topics. And so, Dave, do you want to figure out who was banned on Twitch this week?
Was it one of our nominees, Dr. Disrespect?
It was not. It was not one of our nominees.
My God!
For later on. This was a gentleman by the name of, it's either Frost or Frosty. It is Frost with an E on the end, and I'm not sure how he pronounces it.
Frosty.
Was banned for the same reason as someone was banned last week. Dave, do you remember why that was without saying something that would get us banned?
I believe it was using certain language, and we talked about this when things were going to start being vetted, that certain terminology that doesn't equate to the punishments of other terminology were then going to be used. I believe this one was referential to a certain Nabisco product, a certain saltine product, perhaps a Triscuit if you so choose, or a salted cracker, if you're that sort of person.
Yes,
in the
making sure that using the second word of that in the full phrase. Yes, banned for using a word that you can definitely argue that you shouldn't be banned for, but we can't say anyway out of an abundance of safety. That was Frosty. We're gonna go with Pinky Up. Frosty was banned on Twitch this week. Now, as you know, normally after we talk about the Twitch ban, after that, Dave, we hand it over to you.
And I would first love to talk about the games coming out in the next 7 days, but Boater, it's the Nerdies. I can't help but notice that you didn't dress up as much as me. I got the coat, I got the tie, I got the thing, I got this going on. So much good.
You do have that going on.
And I can't believe you didn't wear a jacket. Don't worry, Steve and I prepared for this eventuality. We went into Ash's closet. And we found a coat that out of his closet that will definitely fit.
Ash as in the dog.
Yes. Ash has impeccable taste, as Ash is technically.
That is a pocket.
Yes, not the pocket.
Okay.
Perfect. He looks just like the model of a presenter at a Game Awards show.
Dave, I can't put my arms down.
Demon Dragon, likes Boater, owns a suit jacket.
I actually do want one, but I don't. I'm like, oh, that would look great because this is getting more and I need more to cover it.
Well, that's why you button the top button, because then it disguises all the good on the inside.
Yes. You know what I'm going to do with this, Dave? I'm going to casually hold it over my shoulder like this. and then
The
ditch
singing
it at
in
the
the rain
first
look.
the first possible moment.
Love Alex saying, "Look at that man dance." Thorntman giving some hype in chat, but also acknowledging that this isn't the David Mann Cookie Clicker stream, which will be coming soon.
Really?
Yes.
How did I not know about this? I love Cookie Clicker to an unhealthy degree. Almost as much as I love cookies. Almost. Oh boy. We do have some news topics, but I think we're going to put those in the back pocket because, today is the presentation of the Nerdies. And 2 weeks ago we said, oh, haha, wouldn't it be funny if we did an award show? And that turned into what you're going to see tonight. We came up with some topics, some awards that we would give out. We announced nominees last week, and then so many of you voted. We'll be going over the vote tallies when things come up, but we have some actual physical awards to give out that, go ahead and show the good people.
Let's zoom it in for the folks at home. For the benefit of those of you not live in the Insane Games TV studio, that's right, the winners tonight will be taking home the illustrious gold glasses that I almost definitely didn't drop.
The golden glasses shall be handed out as now the official sculpture that is awarded to winners of the Nerdies. I'm excited to hand these out. I'm excited at the real, though not high, possibility of actually getting them into the hands of some of the winners.
You voted, and we also have some guest presenters to present those votes. And we're very excited to be collaborating together here live on Insane Games TV.
Shall we just start with the first award to be presented? Dave, do you want to introduce our guest presenter?
This first presentation will be presented by my brother, and you all know him. Most of you love him. That would be one John or Vladdy. Take it away.
Hello there, fellow gamers. As you can see, I'm in the traditional garb of the gamer and sipping my Gamer Girl bathwater. Oh. E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Bubsy 3D, Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, and literally every Sonic game since then. Bad games remind us of just how good a good game truly is. Whether it's a broken, nearly unplayable mess, or a pay-to-win cash grab of nostalgia, these games highlight the worst of the worst for 2021. The nominees for the Nerdies' Worst Game of the Year are Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy Definitive Edition, Madden NFL 22, Aliens Fireteam Elite, and NASCAR Ignition. And the winner is... Had it upside down. Oh my goodness, it's Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy Definitive Edition! Yay! Congratulations. Hope to see you next year.
Congratulations to the first Nerdie Award winner, Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition.
This one, for a lot of reasons, it's one that was announced but then kind of fell off the radar, and people only really knew that, that's on its way when Take-Two Interactive and Rockstar started just massively taking down mods that were accomplishing what they wanted to accomplish with the Definitive Edition. Dave, do you want to hear the vote tallies on this? Because on some of these, the tallies get kind of interesting.
I would love to, but unfortunately we reached out to Rockstar to have someone come accept the awards, but it seems like they're actually in progress of loading in, and they just couldn't get it to authenticate.
They had trouble with the login servers to actually
we'll put it aside for you, Rockstar, and you can come get it anywhere time here at Insane Games in the Wilton Mall.
GTA Trilogy Definitive did win with 6 votes.
I think you mean 6,000 votes.
6 votes. Behind that, it was close. Madden NFL 22 had 4,000. and NASCAR Ignition with
3,000.
NASCAR had the early lead, interestingly enough, but then blew it. Which is
fitting for
which is
NASCAR
fair.
Ignition.
Which is fair.
Really fitting that game couldn't be able to finish a race.
There were no votes at all for Pokemon Diamond Pearl remakes and for Aliens Fireteam Elite.
On a sort of note, I'm actually kind of happy that Alien Fireteam Elite didn't win because it would have hurt my
It's one that
feelings.
you really enjoy.
Yeah, I really liked that game, and then I did receive Pokemon Sapphire and Pearl as a Christmas present. So
Okay.
I started to play it, and you know what? It's definitely bad. It doesn't have the veneer of Pokemon games,
Okay.
but it's not unplayable.
Yeah.
Unlike some of our winners here today,
Yeah.
who really took that bar as too much of a challenge and couldn't be bothered to rise over it.
Yeah. We're limboing, right? No, this is a high jump. Look at me! Oh god, that is about as low as I go. Tune in next week for David Putter Limbo, and the week afterward where we're coming from the ER.
You realize you're pitching more St. Jude's symptoms every week when you say things like that.
It's true. It's true. Oh boy, thank you so much, Vladdy, for stepping up with that. I think you asked, hey, here's what we'd like you to present, and about 3 minutes later he said, here.
One take, no stops, no edits. Unfortunately, we did blow the budget. He did require 4 makeup teams to work on him, but that's okay.
And that beverage didn't come cheap.
No, that Gamer Girl bathwater was the primo stuff.
Yeah, that was actually our entire 2022 budget for nerd glasses. So thank you, Vladdy. We'll have to borrow against 2023's.
We're very excited to have other guest hosts presenting, and we do want to thank any of the other folks that have helped present in the goings and comings of Nerd Glasses. And thank you to everyone for participating, for chatting, and things of that nature. Always make sure to participate here and every week and down in the Discord below, because your voice can be heard in so many of these things. You make the show.
And thank you to guests that we've had too. I believe it was. I can't tell what was this year and what wasn't. I believe it was this year where we had Anthony from Guildhouse Games talking about Varia.
Yes, all the bigger named guests were this year.
Yep, and we also had Crystal from Ritual Motion. We've had so many guest presenters. I know that Jen was unable to record something to join us, but she's guest hosted as well. And another team that has helped the Nerd Glasses out, has done some guest hosting, is Geek for All, and it is to them that we turn for the next award.
What's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
And we are Geek for All.
And we're here to present the NERDIE for Bowl of Petunias, the news story that wouldn't go away.
Nerd Glasses has covered a ton of news this year. Some news that wasn't so good, and some that was so good. And all of it obviously covered as well as Nerd Glasses does year after year. Some of it with some familiar faces on occasion as well, so thank you for that.
And the nominees are
Cryptocurrency and NFTs,
Dr. Disrespect,
Activision Blizzard,
and Epic versus Apple. And the winner is...
Activision Blizzard. For better or worse, that's the winner for this year. Back to you guys.
There it is. Congratulations, or not, Activision Blizzard, on the win of your NERDIE. Since the middle of the year when the California DFH lawsuit hit, and almost every week after that, you dominated the gaming news cycle. So
You just didn't want to let that spotlight go, and you just couldn't fire Bobby.
congratulations!
Give us back Overwatch. I just want to play, for the love of God.
What else can I help you with?
And you can get the hell out, but first, here's your NERDIE. Thank you!
We are going to be reaching out to the winners of the Nerdies to see if any of them will accept these awards, including the first 2 awards, which are, to say, not the most positive in aspect and ratio. But
I feel like we're gonna have to make up a Nerd Glasses Twitter account because I don't want to get my personal Twitter account banned.
I'll do it. Okay. I'll come after you.
Okay.
Anything I can do for you, Bobby? Where's your P.O. box so I can mail you your nerdie? I did want to say we did have one topic that fell onto my lap on Christmas Day, and I thought to myself, this is a very interesting topic. We've talked about Tencent getting regulated by the Chinese government and things like that. And then as it turns out, Steam just became unavailable in China.
Okay.
And so immediately the news went out and every major outlet said, oh, the Chinese government has finally banned Steam, Steam's online store.
I'm guessing that's not how it went.
The next morning, I awoke to find out that it was just a DMCA takedown.
Hold on, a DMCA
excuse me,
takedown.
not a DMCA, a
DDoS.
DDoS.
Okay.
No, it was a DMCA. They found all that music in there and they said, hey, wait a minute.
Epic said, wait a minute, you can't also sell games online, that's my thing!
We're the ones with all the money around here! And so they, DDoS, the server for the main store went down for all of China.
Yeah.
But then every single major news outlet, but not Nerd Glasses, had to issue apologies and corrections on their initial knee-jerk report because...
That's the nice thing with only reporting once a week. Unless something happens Tuesday morning, we get to make sure that we're not getting knee-jerk news.
Exactly.
We're not slaves to that 24-hour news cycle. I just realized that this can go over here. Sorry, this has been an awarded Nerdie now.
Thank you very much to
that one's
Geek
in really
for All.
rough shape. That's awesome. That's definitely for them.
To YouTube's Geek for All for helping present with us. Definitely make sure to check them out. That's Geek, the number 4, all. And definitely look forward to some future streams because I don't know about you, and I'm gonna tease this just for Weekend Wednesday purposes. But in the coming year, there's a big blockbuster film recently, and it's the first one of this post-COVID era to break $1 billion.
Okay.
Do you know what movie that is?
Don't look up.
Why?
No, that's the name of a movie.
Oh, no! I was very afraid for a while. I was like, what happened? What are we doing?
Dave, don't look up. It says Gullible on the ceiling.
No, I know that one. It says it on my shoes. Thank you. But that would be the newest Spider-Man film, which features my personal hero, J. Jonah Jameson, telling it straight down the middle, talking the truth, and certainly not bending any bit of anything. And I'm looking greatly forward to doing perhaps some more Spoderman on stream if Geek for All are, hoity-toity enough to come spout their Spoderman propaganda on future streams.
That will be amazing, and I want it so much. Before we go on, one more news topic before we go on to the next Nerdie to be awarded, because we're talking Activision Blizzard and the gender discrimination lawsuit and everything else going on around that. Riot Games has been very happy that all of this has been happening to Activision Blizzard because it's kind of let them sneak by and be like, look, here's a bigger target. Don't look at me back here. They just settled their own gender discrimination lawsuit for $100 million. Which, not a ton of money to Riot, to be fair, but it's a lot better than like $16 million is to Activision Blizzard, or whatever the federal settlement was with the Equal Opportunity Employment Commission. And Equal Employment Opportunity. The federal one. So, yeah, Riot just settled for $100 million, and it looks like they're like, yes, we hope that this will go towards, making us look better. No, they didn't say that, but it basically, they released their own statement that more or less was like, we're not going to appeal this. This is fine. This is an acceptable cost for us to sweep this under the rug and make some reparations for all the evil we've done. As opposed to Activision Blizzard, which has been like, you can't take $16 million from us and put it to charities and people that we've wronged. We're going to fight that tooth and nail. Riot was like, all right, You got me. Sorry.
Oh, look at that. There's one way to handle an issue, and then there's the Activision Blizzard way. Nerdy winner, Activision Blizzard, by the way, might add.
Yeah, we'll have to make sure every time we talk Activision Blizzard, we say 2021 Nerdy winner.
I was very sad that our little brother, Epic Games, was not able to win themselves a Nerdy. But
Epic, let's see,
That was one of the topics.
Yep, Epic versus Apple didn't get any votes.
0,000 votes.
0,000 votes for that award because, there is a thing with award shows where votes tend to skew towards the more recent stuff. And Epic versus Apple was mainly big earlier this year.
It was 2 years worth of topics if you think about it, because they made that coalition. Then it started to go. They presented their cases. Then it went to court, and then this year we started to present the court cases, where our little brother certainly will try again. We're not going to say that they didn't win, but we're not going to say that they won.
Dr. Disrespect had gotten
1,000
vote.
vote. 1,000 votes.
Crypto and NFTs with
4,000.
And Activision Blizzard with
8,000.
So they ran away with that.
We're so excited, all the thousands upon tens of fans of Nerd Glasses turned out on all the forums to vote and make their voice heard.
Nearly a dozen people voted in each category.
12,000.
And the next...
baker's 1,000.
For the next category, we actually want to bring in our own man from in-house here. If he doesn't have... Oh, he does have a customer. Dave, do you want...
here at the Nerdies? I'm going to be so nice, and I'm going to go relieve him.
Okay. And I'm going to fill time as I do our own man right here in store, the man that keeps the streams running smoothly, that runs in when there's an audio problem and fixes it before you even had the chance to tell us. To present the next category. Well, first, so that he can run back out there if needed really quick, the nominees for the best gaming event. Actually, do you want to go ahead and take this? Or
Absolutely.
As long as you're already up here, sir, best gaming event, those are the nominees. That one's the winner. Take it away.
All right, everyone.
Oh my god, you're wearing a tie. I love it.
The nominees for the best gaming event of 2021 include E3, developer-specific conferences, the Game Awards, and the Overwatch League. And the winner for that, thank you. It's the Game Awards. On behalf of the Game Awards, I will 100% take this sunglasses. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
That is really disconcerting. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Oh, be very careful. Okay, you're good. Okay, now if he falls over, it's off camera and we're fine. That is one that we actually do intend to maybe get a Twitter account in trouble and be like, hey, you won an award. Can we send it to you? Because the Game Awards, hold on, my sheet. There we go. Thank you very much. The Game Awards were a great event this year. It's interesting that up until a couple hours before we aired, E3 had absolutely no votes, but did end up getting 2,000 votes. But the Game Awards won with 5,000 votes. So congratulations to the Game Awards for winning the best event. And what I want to do, actually, is to realize that they do a lot of great things. They premiere trailers. They have musical acts. And I said, we really want to do one of those. Do we have any trailers to show you for things that are upcoming on Insane Games TV? Not yet, but stay tuned in future weeks. We are so excited to talk about future things coming. But what we do have is a musical act. So, folks, if you'll join me in walking through the studio, we've got our own musical act right here. Oh, geez, hold on. Hold on, the cables are twisted. Give me a second, the cables are twisted. Hold on, I was going to bring that over. Whoop, cable goes over there. Okay, the cables are twisted, and that is the name of the musical act. Introducing The Cables Are Twisted. Oh boy, it's fine, everything's fine.
It was only then that we realized that the Nerdies had gone off the rails.
Because I realized that while we were still in countdown. Dave, take it away.
We hope you're enjoying this musical presentation at the Nerdies. Please note that for those watching at home, the music has been copyright claimed by Twitch, and so we are offering this perfectly acceptable substitute in its place. Enjoy! Once again, you are watching a musical presentation at the Nerdies. Note that the on-set music enjoyed by our studio audience has been muted by Twitch for copyright claims, but we hope that you will enjoy this perfectly acceptable substitute for the hard rock that you are witnessing. Enjoy! Folks, it just takes some time to follow us below at Discord and join the conversation right here with Nerd Glasses Podcast and every other show right here on Insane Games TV. It just takes a little time to hit that follow button. Thank you, and enjoy this musical presentation that has been muted by Twitch for copyright reasons. Please enjoy this substitute. Once again, thank you for watching this musical presentation at the Nerdies. The music has been muted by Twitch for being in violation of copyright, but we have provided this perfectly acceptable substitute in its place for those of you watching at home. If you aren't in our studio audience, make sure that you take this time to follow us on Discord, follow us right here on Twitch, and why not head over to YouTube as well. Follow Insane Games TV.
Wow, Dave, that was amazing. Let's bring this on back and see if I can avoid breaking anything on the way back. I didn't realize how many other chords were over this one that I needed to move.
Folks, I hope you bear with us, as I know that those of you in the studio audience got a rousing presentation of the middle. But I'm sure those of you at home had just an absolutely wonderful musical accompaniment live here on Twitch, courtesy of the DMCA and Twitch. Thank you so much for being so helpful with all
I
of
don't
the
know
music.
what you were listening to, but I'm sure that it was astounding.
I'm sure it was just as heavy, just as heart-wrenching, and just a great message.
What a great musical act, says Vladdy. Thank you for recognizing talent. And Demon Dragon applauds. And we got a clip from Vladdy, too. I don't know if that was you playing or if that was me trying to get everything moved over.
I'm certainly looking forward to seeing all the clips and things you guys help create of the Nerdies. We are very excited to be getting to do this, and we are looking forward to continuing the tradition next year. We will be reaching out to the Game Awards themselves and attempting to mail them their Nerdie. We'll be seeing if Jeff Keighley can do some sort of, work some of his world premiere magic. But we do have an in
That
with,
would be amazing.
with one of his best friends,
I wonder if
Kojima.
he's got a Cameo account. Then we mail it to him and then buy a cameo of just anything with world premiere, holding the Nerdie award up, please.
We will pay you, sir, upwards of 300 pennies to
Are you kidding? How about
3,000.
pennies?
We will pay you upwards of whatever we can steal out of Steve's wallet while he's working on the counter.
Say that quietly. We don't mean it. We love you. And the money you leave lying around.
What a great award, and we are greatly looking forward to continuing these traditions and these jokes with you guys.
We put this together with like 2 weeks, and frankly, like I'm happy with the support that we've gotten from the network. Like we just got like a text this morning saying, "Hey guys, the stage is yours," and I was like, ah! Yeah, it's and so I'm excited to see what we can do with 2 months of planning next year. Are we actually going to plan 2 months ahead? No, 2 months ahead we're going to say, hey, we should really get on that, and then we'll start putting it together 2 weeks ahead of time. Maybe 3 if we.
We will open voting a little bit sooner, and we'll make sure to be a little more in your face and in your space about it.
Yeah, we'll announce nominees a couple weeks ahead of time. We'll have a voting window after which we count them up and don't ask John and Joe and Amy to get us like, hey, we need this in 3 hours, please. Cool, thanks. There is one more Nerdie award to hand out. Dave, do you want to dive into this, or do you want to push that up a little more towards the bottom of the hour and keep them hanging a bit?
You know, it always makes sense to kind of tease celebrity appearances and things of that nature.
That's fine. That's the one going to Bobby Kotick anyway.
So, I was curious, Boder. What did you think about the Star Wars Eclipse trailer? Were you a fan of?
I really liked the trailer. However, knowing that it is a Quantic Dream game has me like, like I don't know, because Quantic Dream tends to be like, here's a movie where you push some buttons, and also we're going to horribly mistreat some of these characters in a way that makes everyone very uncomfortable. And probably isn't making the statement that we want it to make. It's a generalization, but again, the trailer looks good. I will wait to see what gameplay and what people say. It's probably not going to be a day one buy for me, but I'll keep my eye on it.
So a few birdies on the internet were talking to me about that game, and the fact that Quantic Dream is attempting to put a pseudo open world game in the engine where they make their very story and moment-to-moment specific games, and you'll be shocked to hear that it's not fixing itself, and it's not lending to the idea of people being able to move around freely among larger tracks. Whereas in later games, the company was able to resolve that. And you did have quite a bit of free space and quite a lot of things, but not nearly enough to fill an IP like Star Wars.
Yeah.
So
the thing is, Star Wars can be done linearly. Force Unleashed was a very linear game. Granted, Force Unleashed was 13 years ago.
Shadows of the Empire for the N64.
Even longer.
Even longer ago.
Here's the thing is, when we try to talk about Star Wars games, is that we have the EA exclusivity license drought, where there were 2 games in 8 years. And thankfully, we're getting out of that.
Was Battlefront and the other one really good?
Actually, speaking of Star Wars games, I got an Oculus Quest last week.
Nice.
Set it up on Christmas and started playing Vader Immortal. Or rather than actually playing the campaign of Vader Immortal, I just did the lightsaber dojo mode. Fighting remotes and dueling droids and stuff. But that's been fun so far. What have you been playing? Like, so this past week was Christmas. I don't know if you got any new games or if you just spent the weekend been playing new stuff.
I was very grateful. I did receive a wonderful gift from Love Alec, Volai the Rando, and Itachi Blaine, a copy of Shining Pearl.
Right. Yep.
And so I did kick the tires on that for a little bit, and I did also then purchase myself Alan Wake Remastered, and that will certainly just get absolutely eviscerated.
I'm a little surprised that didn't make it into our next category.
I just speaking of our next category, the way that we arranged that, for those of you that weren't aware, it had to be games that one of us had played.
Yep.
We did include Steve in our cadre of this because Steve is the third man on Yep,
the
he's
fifth
helped
Beatle
out a lot
of sorts.
I mean, he got 2 Mew Oreos, so that makes him a Nerd Glasses member.
And all the work that Steve does. So please make sure in chat, guys, give a shout out to Steve and much love to him as he works very hard.
Not just when things go wrong, but when things go right, that's Steve's fault too.
Yeah. So there. But the games themselves had to be played by us, which is why some of the games made sense in a Game of the Year award, and some of them did get sarcastic votes on on Instagram.
The thing is,
and
sarcastic
things.
votes are still votes.
Yes. Oh no, Broski, you voted.
So we'll get to those. I do want to say the other thing too. So aside from new stuff that I played, that I watched, I finished season 2 of The Witcher last night, and I'm not going to say any spoilers. However, I have a reaction. To those that haven't watched the series, to those that haven't gotten to the end of the series, this could apply to anyone. To those that have watched it, you know exactly who I'm talking about when I say that asshole! You know who I'm talking about. And if you haven't watched it, you don't know, and it's not a spoiler, but it made me feel feelings, so I'm very happy with it.
So you're saying it's worth a watch?
Yes. Witcher Season 2 was fantastic. For those of you that got thrown off by the non-linear storytelling of Season 1, how it did like 2 or 3 different time periods that kind of converged, it doesn't do that. Everything's happening in the present.
I kind of liked it.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because I was tipped off about it ahead of time.
Wow.
So I didn't get the chance to experience it going in cold, that I still would have been like, oh, that's really cool. There were still moments like that in Season 2 where I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I see what's happening there. That's really cool.
Make sure to hit us up in chat. What did you do when you celebrated your happy, joyous, or merry holidays of sorts? And if you didn't celebrate, how was your Festivus for the rest of us?
Did you do anything cool upon the solstice?
But I gotta say that I didn't watch much of anything because I was driving to and from the Bestchester. But you know what I was reminded of, and I'm a little bit sad that we didn't do a Nerdies last year, in a game that I would have definitely tagged on had I have had this heartwarming experience this weekend, anytime previous to, which was that getting to see my family realize the power of having multiple Switches and multiple copies of Animal Crossing.
Oh, okay.
Where Claire, our resident Animal Crossing guru, brought everyone onto her well-maintained and beautiful map, and did so with such firm and vigor, and it was so much fun to see everybody, and we bombed around on her place, and then we went to Tom's.
To your sad trash heap?
No, I actually refrained because I realized that I haven't turned my village back to power, and I just can't deal with the fact that my village will definitely come back. And they do the usual thing where everything's on fire, but you're back now, it's gonna be okay.
The longer I'm away, the more I worry about eventually returning to Animal Crossing. I think that there's literally, if you were gone for longer than a month, then roaches show up for you to be able to catch?
Yes.
Or is it longer? Because it's been over a year
It's
now.
a month. It's at least a week, because roaches are an animal that you're supposed to catch and use for the bug library.
Yep. I got Bob Ross Monopoly, the most calming way to end your friendships.
Steve shaking his head no.
You crush them with your feet.
Okay.
Do they count as caught for the do you not catch the roaches?
No.
What is the bug that I'm thinking of? Anyway.
Fleas.
Yeah, fleas I've definitely caught.
Those are my favorite. You just sneak up
I've
on
caught
a
fleas!
poor unsuspecting villager.
And you just go, boop! The other thing that I watched, again, we'll get into the last award in a moment, but the other thing that I watched is that Hawkeye finished last week on Disney+. That was such a great show. I enjoyed, again, and I talked about this when it first premiered, I enjoyed the comic run that it's basing a lot of stuff off of, but on its own merits it worked really well. If you are a big fan of the MCU, there's a lot in there for you. If you are a casual fan of it, I think it still does a good job of standing on its own and being a great Christmas series. It's based around Christmas, there's the soundtrack like that, the decorations play an important part in it. It is Christmas. Clint Barton just wants to get home to his family for Christmas, but
there's bad stuff going on in New York that is personally involved with him, so he needs to stick around just a little longer. Just one more day. Just one more day. Oh no, just one more day. So
As always, Vladdy in chat outlining saying, I got Bob Ross Monopoly, the most calming way to end your friendships.
calming, happy little rage quits. Of course, with Hawkeye now being done, tomorrow is the premiere of the Book of Boba Fett, so I can't wait to start watching that.
Oh, God. Tomorrow is also the re-debut, you've been warned, of Bro Dave back on the weekend Wednesday.
Oh, no.
We're going to be playing...
oh boy!
He found out that PUBG became free, and so he's in for that. And so they'll be going for a chicken dinner and seeing how many bottoms of Mountain Dew cans they can find during that stream, and I'm greatly looking forward to it, along with so much other content here live on Insane Games TV. But without further ado, do we want to talk about the ultimate topic, the
final nerdie to give out? This is going to go to, as any award show should have in their roster, the Game of the Year. As we already mentioned, these are games that we have played or had personal experience with in one way or another. We each, and by that I mean me, Dave, and Steve, all nominated 3 to the list. And all of us have one that we would have put on our list, but we realized everybody else had it, and we ended up just making that a 10th entry. So we'll just kind of, if you don't mind reading across my scratch here, we'll go one at a time across and talking about, we'll list off the nominees for the Nerdies 2021 Game of the Year.
Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
I'm not doing the voice. Another re-release of a game, another update of a game, is the Death Stranding Director's Cut.
Metroid Dread.
Power Wash Simulator.
Deathloop.
Hitman 3.
Hot Wheels Unleashed.
Pac-Man 99.
And, Knockout City there, buddy.
Thanks, Dave. You're a peach. So many great nominees this year. Again, you may notice some gaps. I was definitely talking like we have our own biases, our own blind spots. This is
or
what we
consoles we just don't own.
Yeah, and so like this is based on the nominees were based on us, but again, you did the voting across Instagram, across Twitter, on Discord. It was you guys doing the voting. And a whole 10,000 of you voted. So many.
Thousands.
The winner of the 2021 Nerdies Game of the Year goes to Power Wash Simulator. A sarcastic vote, folks, is still a vote. Things were really close for a while in the vote. So congratulations, Power Wash Simulator. That's because it's a smaller game. I feel like that's a developer that we could reach out to and maybe also send a physical award. I think that would be amazing.
We'll send them the Nerdies
along with the business card. Oh, thank you. I have a button, don't I? You got it?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. I was so excited I forgot to hit the button. Thank you, Steve. Something right happened. Steve's fault. Praise the sun. Praise to Steve.
So I will also say this game, for those of you that are saying, but what? How did it was the top game for a small spell of time on Twitch, but also continues to be one of the games that many influencers on many different platforms such as YouTube and Mixer. Oh wait! But anyway, this game did dominate a lot of platforms and a lot of personalities.
This is one where voting was really close. Until today, both Death Stranding Remaster and Metroid Dread had 2,000 votes, where Power Wash had 3,000. But today picked up another 2,000 votes. So it ended up, when all the votes were tallied, winning by a large
margin. So again, congratulations to Power Wash Simulator. And congratulations to all of the winners of the Nerdies this year. This was a lot of fun. I had fun putting this together. I've got room over here for another trophy. We've got
one of the...
out of frame.
Should put one on the camera.
Yes, Steve. Let's put one on the camera. That's
I
gonna
like
work
on
great.
top of the camera.
It's gold, baby! Solid gold!
Vision. Okay, yeah, on top of the camera works. Just heard us at the store.
I will say, so when Steve came in here to present his Nerdie, and I went out there to talk to the customer, the kid did ask, he's like, what are you guys doing in there? I was like, we're presenting a very illustrious award ceremony. And I pointed at the TV, and the kid literally went, oh, cool. That's kind of the fun of being live in a location and being able to share our hijinks with you folks at home, as well as live here in the Wilton Mall.
Like, as is
at Insane
obvious,
Games.
we don't take this super seriously. I mean, the fact that we do a show every week, we try to show up every week, we try to have stuff to talk about, even if it's just the most inane BS, whatever. We do take it seriously that we have this thing to do, but we don't take ourselves seriously. And, we hope that makes it fun for you guys to watch. Fun when people come into the store and they're like, what exactly? Yeah, cool, thank you.
Hang on. Do it again. Hold on.
Okay, that's
The
getting
right
turned into a
stuff.
GIF and I hate it. That's going to be the thing that's going to be the most popular thing I do on the internet is a GIF of that. Yay! We don't take it seriously. So thank you to everyone that voted. All of the dozens of thousands.
Millions and millions.
Yes,
The dozens of tens of...
Dude Icarus saying, why stop at thousands? Yeah, clearly millions voted in that last one, and we're just rounding to significant digits. This was a ton of fun. I'm glad that we got to do this. And now, Dave, we have about 5 to 10 minutes to fill.
Which is easy, because I do want to present some ideas next year, and I want to put some ideas in everyone's heads for future awards. We would like to include more of the Insane Games TV personalities, things like that, and we would love for you guys to help in that pursuit, where next year we're definitely going to be doing a nomination for the Nerdie 4 Insane Games TV Program of the Year.
Yep.
Where you guys are going to get to vote and nominate for your favorite programs that you tune in for. We have so many personalities and so much fun coming on the network. We will tease that the Tuesday schedule will be changing soon.
Yep.
Nerd Glass's time will be changing. Don't worry. This isn't we go from a prime time spot to like midnight on every other
Yeah, we're not pulling
moon.
a Firefly.
Exactly. But please make sure to keep in touch with us on your social medias down below so you can hear about all of the amazing announcements coming very soon. And Nerd Glasses will still be around. It will still be the fun 60-minute weekly program that you enjoy on Tuesday nights.
Yep. Make sure that you're following Insane Games TV on Instagram, especially. Not only going to be introducing the new shows as they come out and talk about the new schedules, but just every single week, every day, posting the story saying, here's what the schedule is today. That is the best way to really see what's coming up each week right here at Insane Games TV. So follow us on Instagram, Insane Games TV. I don't know, Dave. I'm excited and I'm hyped up, and I have no further things to talk about. This sheet that I've been using, that I've been counting off of, is still last week's news topics that has the nominees written on it and just more and more stuff scrawled.
The thousands of votes.
Yes, all hand tallied on one sorry piece of 8.5 by 11.
That poor pen. It's mine now. I'm its daddy.
Oh my god.
This is the unfortunate thing when you
I gotta get that. Hold on.
when you allow us to
We backed up good.
when you allow us to start roaming about the cabin unaccompanied. But I really look forward to seeing more ideas and more presentations for the Nerd Glasses. We definitely want to get back to doing some pickleball.
Oh yeah.
And some other challenges in future programs. I also do want to pitch that we should definitely have a Nerdie for some sort of the year's bit that people are enjoying the most.
Yeah.
Be it
Something that awards to ourselves.
an award for us, but an award towards that bit. Be it, over the years we had Creative Popcorn Chicken.
Yep.
We have the fact that we still don't have time to talk about Death Stranding as much as we would like to.
That's not a bit. That's just a fact.
Conspiracy Baseball. The many jokes that Boater conjures up for you folks and for my benefit every week, and things like that. We also really want to hear from you guys in the Discord down below during our programs on the times. What would you guys like to see more and different of on Nerd Glasses? Because we want to keep the program rolling. We want to keep it fresh. We don't want it to be, one of those chicken salad that you think when you go over, you're like, ew, this was fresh 4 hours ago. Like,
Thanks, Subway. Yeah, like we want it to be fun. We don't want it to be like stressful, because there are some weeks where we're like, oh my gosh, there's so much news to talk about, and if that's what you guys want to hear, then we're happy to do it. But if we're coming up with a jillion news topics and you guys just want to hear us yell about for an hour straight, we're happy to do that too. So we're flexible, metaphorically, if not literally. Definitely not literally.
not literally. No, you've seen us do physical stuff.
Yeah, you saw my sad attempt at a limbo earlier. So we want to know what you guys like. So again, following us on Discord, following us. You can follow us individually on social media too. I'm at twitter.com/boaterbug. You can follow me at youtube.com/boaterbug and instagram.com/boaterbug. I don't know if there's any place that you want these crazies to go follow you at.
You can find me at twitch.tv/DAM314, and you can follow my socials from there, and definitely continue to be a part of our podcasting experience. We always really appreciate getting the time here on Insane Games TV, and we always really appreciate that you take that time to share with us. Speaking of sharing our time, Boater, what's going on next?
Coming up next on the Citadel, we're going to go offline for maybe a little longer than usual in between shows, because we got to move stuff over, rearrange consoles and such. But when we do come back at around 8:15, 8:20, when the countdown is done, we will be playing Hawks. I totally forget where we left off in that game a couple weeks ago, but it's fine. The story isn't that important. Oh, I know that I unlocked the A10 Thunderbolt, and I'm really funny.
Yes!
Just go like this.
Going to melt things in the sky.
Yeah, so I'm really happy for that. So I can't wait. That is coming up on the Citadel immediately after this show. We break down. We have 5 to 10 minutes where we rearrange the set. 10 minutes for countdown. Plenty of time to grab a snack. Have some of those sad leftovers from a couple of days ago. Or if they're still happy leftovers, even better for you. I had decently happy leftovers for dinner yesterday. And I still have cake at home, too. So that's exciting, too. Probably not by the time I get home, though. Immediately before bed. Not great to take a whole, time for bed.
Do it.
Just sitting in bed like, why can't I fall asleep?
Do it for the memes.
I'll do it tomorrow when I'm watching Boba Fett. I think that's going to do it for tonight's show.
The inaugural Nerdies has drawn to a close. Thank you to all the millions and tens of people who voted with us and made this possible. Special thanks to our presenters, John, Geek for All, Steve, Boater, and myself, Dave Mann, here, and to all of you for participating here live on Insane Games TV. We cannot wait to do this again next year. Into the new year, we're looking at new releases, more fun, more news, and more than anything else, sharing the fun.
More time hanging out with you guys, and just sharing smiling faces with all of you. That's, at the end of the day, what makes it so much fun and so worth it. From all of us here at Insane Games TV, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on the Citadel in just a few minutes. Otherwise, we'll see you next week on the Nerd Glasses podcast. Bye!